This is the Brabus 911 Turbo S, and it's a little bit like a polyamorous relationship. You see, Brabus has been monogamous with Mercedes for the past 44 years, but recently it's gone, do you know what? I think we need to start seeing other people. And it's now got into bed with Porsche. And we're going to see what the results of that relationship is like, because I'm going to talk you around the exterior of this car, the interior, and tell you exactly the upgrades Brabus have done to it. I'm also going to launch it to see how quick it is from 0 to 60 miles an hour, because I'm Matt Watson and you're watching Carwow. Buy, sell,
Carwow.
Right, I'm going to talk you through the design changes to this car. First thing you notice at the back is this carbon fibre wing. It's actually attached onto where the wing would be normally for the 911 Turbo S, so that does mean that it moves up and down. You can get the car as a coupe or a convertible, and one of the things that they found out when they're actually designing this wing was that they had to allow for the tonneau bit to come out for the convertible, so that gave them a few headaches, but they sorted that problem. Moving down here, they've removed the strip that says Porsche, obviously, now says Brabus. You've also got a new carbon fibre rear diffuser there, looks really nice, and carbon fibre around the air outlets there for the rear wheels. Big change though is the exhaust system. It's made from Inconel, which is stronger and lighter than titanium, and it's the same kind of material they use for exhaust systems on Formula One cars. And for the exhaust tips, they've been 3D printed. They're very intricate. I like those. Though, wait a minute. You know what I need to do? Look, Carwow stick of truth. Those are just surrounds. The real exhaust is on the inside. Bit of fakery there. There's a man from Brabus there wondering what the hell I'm doing. Finally at the front, you've got this whole new add-on carbon fibre arrangement here with extended front splitter with a Brabus logo there. You still have the extendable spoiler that you get as standard on the Turbo S. It's just hidden under there so you can't really see it. Last thing is this, the Brabus badge in the shape of the Porsche crest. First time I've ever seen that. At the side, you've got bespoke Brabus forged aluminium wheels, 21 inches at the front and 22s at the rear, which is an increase of 1 inch. An extra inch is always handy when you're in a polyamorous relationship. Also, you've got these wings here at the front and down here at the rear. Plus, you probably notice the brake calipers. They've got Brabus logo on them. Same braking system as the standard Turbo S, so carbon ceramics all round. However, what is different is the suspension ride height. So Brabus has fitted lowering springs by 25mm. Other than that, the rest of the suspension system is the same as a standard car. Oh, and there's this little badge here that says powered by Brabus. Though that's technically a bit of a lie because it's still powered by Porsche. It's just enhanced by Brabus. And more on that in a moment. Brabus completely retrim the inside of the car. So they strip it all out and then cover it in leather, as you can see here. And I mean cover it in leather. So not only are the seats completely retrimmed in leather, the dash, the glove box covers and the door bins, but even the floor mats are leather and what would normally be carpet on the inside of the car. It is insane and it feels very, very luxurious. But if you don't want to trim your car in dead animal skin, you can have Alcantara if you prefer. The detailing in here is exquisite. So look at the little pores in the seat there, and you've got red material underneath. That's cool. I love the red stitching, the Brabus logo. You've got a little plaque there that says Brabus Masterpiece, and it is, and it's got the signature of the current CEO, who is the son of the original Brabus founder. Also, retrimmed steering wheel. You've got the Brabus logo here on the central boss. Another thing I really like is carbon fibre trim here. So obviously on a Porsche 911 Turbo S you can get carbon fibre upgrades, but the weave on this is fatter. Just looks cool. Then there's this, look. What looks like anodized trim, but it's not. It's a clear coat of paint that's sprayed over the normal trim, and it's got little flecks in it, so you can see through it, but you get the effect of the red flecks. It looks really, really nice, and it makes it look metallic, even though that's actually plastic trim, which is what you get in the 911 Turbo S. Another thing I like is the lighting. Look down here on the kick plate, you've got an illuminated Brabus logo, and even an illuminated logo on your footrest. Oh yeah, I could roll like this. The Porsche 911 Turbo S is powered by a 3.8 litre flat-six twin-turbo engine that puts out 650 horsepower and 800 newton-meters of torque. It drives all four wheels via an 8-speed automatic gearbox with dual clutches. Now, the standard Porsche 911 Turbo S Cabriolet can do 0 to 60 in 2.8 seconds and will go on to 205 miles an hour. Now, from Brabus, you can get two states of tune. There's a 720, which uses a piggyback ECU to increase power to 720 horsepower and 900 newton-meters. That car can do 0 to 60 in 2.6 seconds and will go on to a top speed of 208 miles an hour. Then there's the 820 model, which as well as a piggyback ECU has upgraded turbos. The result is 820 horsepower, 950 newton meters of torque, and 0 to 60 in the case of the Cabriolet of 2.5 seconds and a top speed of 211 miles an hour. You're probably wondering, how much is this car worth? Well, before I tell you that, if you want to find out how much your own car is really worth, click on the pop-out banner up there, follow the link in the description below to get a carwow. You can just load some photos, give a brief description, then our dealers will bid on your car, and so you can see how much you could sell it for. And if you want to sell it to the highest bidder, you can do, or not. It's up to you, no obligation, and it's completely free. If you want to do that at a later date, just simply Google "Help Me Carwow" and we will help you sell your car. Anyway, back to the Brabus. The upgrades cost around £170,000, which is about the same as another 911 Turbo S Cabriolet. Still, you can save some money by going for the 720. It's a little less expensive. Those upgrades, £150,000 on top of the price of a normal 911 Turbo S, which means that it's about the same as a 911 GT3. That brings me to 5 annoying things about this car. Brabus has electronically limited the top speed of the 820 version of this car to 211 miles an hour. It could go quicker, but the tyres aren't rated to do any faster. In fact, if you want to do the full 211 miles an hour, you can't have the Pirelli P0s. You need to upgrade to the Continental tyres because they can go 6 miles an hour quicker. The problem with having leather floor mats is that it's just too nice and they show up the dirt, so you're going to end up having to ask people to take their shoes off to get into your car, because I've been in this just for a few moments and already look at the mess I've created. That just bothered my OCD. Also, these side spats seem to collect stones. I mean, I've not driven very far on this already, and look, there's already a massive stone in there, which is quite hard to get out without scratching the carbon fibre. It's not a stunt stone. I did not put that there just for this segment. It was in there already, look. You're going to be forever doing that. The attention to detail on this car is incredible. The build quality and just how straight the stitching is. It's insane. However, there's one thing I've noticed, which is a little bit of a shame. It's the fact that this Brabus logo seems to droop a little bit. It's the only thing I can find, but it's quite an important one. I'm sure they can fix that quite easily, but You think that because Brabus has fitted a piggyback ECU, they might have just removed the car's soft limiter from the engine. Have they though? Let's find out. Go on, start it up. So give it some revs. That's it, shut it down. Bollocks. Thankfully, this car has plenty of cool features to help make up for all this. Brabus has fitted a blow-off valve, so you get the when you lift off the accelerator. Here you go, have a listen to this. Just build the boost and release. I love the fact that when you open the door, the kick plate changes colour till it gets to its end red. If you can't afford the full Brabus package upgrade, then you can buy it in bits and pieces. For instance, you can get this wing on its own to fit to your 911 Turbo S. Still costs £5,000, but it is rather lovely. So it's pressed carbon fibre, you've got this big fat weave, and it's 2 pieces so that you get this arrow effect going down the centre of the car. Oh, it's cool. One of the problems with tuning a car's engine is that you invalidate the original manufacturer's warranty. Doesn't matter with Brabus though, because they will match the original warranty, so it's 100,000 miles or 3 years. Okay, let's launch this thing. What's it going to do? Specialist timing gear will reveal all. Whoa, that's fast. 2.9 seconds. Might be able to do a bit better. This surface isn't great. Let's go again. Whoa. Whee! 2.71. It's getting better. Right, let's go. Oh, 2.76 that time. So not quite the 2.6 that Brabus claim, but the surface isn't great, and 2.7, that's close enough. All right, let's see what this car's like to drive then. So, feels like a 911 Turbo S Cabriolet, I guess, because that's exactly what it is, apart from the engine remap and the interior trim. Can I feel the extra performance? If you think about it, going from 650 horsepower to 720, you're talking 70 horsepower increase, which is around 10%. It's hard to tell that. Also, I've never actually driven the 911 992 generation convertible. I haven't driven it yet, and it's heavier than the coupe, and obviously I had a 911 Turbo S coupe, so the added weight of this is probably offsetting the performance gain really. So the performance doesn't really feel any more than I had in my daily driver. I reckon if you're going to go for this Brabus and you're going to do all the interior and everything like that, pay the extra £20,000 and go for the upgraded turbos for your 820 horsepower. Also, I wouldn't have the convertible anyway, I'll go with the coupe. Now, I like a drop top, but I can feel the steering wheel just shaking a little bit because obviously you've lost the extra bracing of the roof and you lose that beautiful design of the 911 shape, don't you? That's just my opinion. You know, some people love the convertible of this car, but it wouldn't be for me. Here we go. Oh, a bit of red limiter. It's de-restricted. Oh, there's a lot of speed. Hard on the brakes. Woo! Oh, I can smell the brakes. And then this is what happens. May as well just be in the UK. This thing picks up so well and it just powers. Maybe at the top end, because of that extra power, I'm feeling it a little bit over the standard setup, the standard 650 horsepower, but maybe it's a placebo as well. I don't know. That's the kind of shit that happens. Oh, fuck. You've got to stay alert if you're going to go quick on the Autobahn. There we go. Here's a little bit of a run. Watch the needle just whip around the clock. Woo! So impressive. And even with the roof down, you'd have noticed the buffeting. You can get that from a convertible, but it wasn't awful. Oh, well, I think that's enough of that. Time for the verdict. I think it's great that Brabus are doing Porsches now. A lot of people will like that fact, and I like what they've done to the interior. I like some of the stuff they've done to the exterior. Wouldn't go for this power upgrade. I don't think it's really worth it. So go the whole hog though, and get the 820. I reckon that would be epic. Now, if you want some more videos, click on those windows there. And if you want to see how much your car is really worth, click on that box there to go to CarWow. Thanks for watching.